We're gonna give everyone a couple extra moments to join, just in case we have any stragglers who are running from another call or just running around to try to get organized. We'll get started in a few moments. And in the meantime, if you have a blanket or a folded up towel, if you like a little extra support in certain poses, it might be nice to have one nearby. I have a folded up towel. And if you're lucky enough to have some blocks or some large books, cans, boxes, something to help bring the floor closer to you, that would be great as well if you can grab those and bring them close by. And I'm going to send over chat a link to my playlist if you want to listen along. But of course, you don't have to. You can play your own music. You can listen in silence, whatever you prefer. All right, we will go ahead and get started. So come find a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you're cross-legged, maybe you're sitting up on a block or a blanket. And I invite you to close your eyes. Just begin to deepen your breathing. Just begin to notice your inhales and your exhales. Try to let all the chaos that might be happening around you or before now slip away. And maybe take these few moments of quiet to set a dedication or intention as we move through our practice today. Maybe it can take you through the rest of the week and the weekend. Maybe you're just giving yourself a little bit of slack. We often put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do more, see more, be more. Just let that go. We're all enough. We're all in this together. And as you're ready, gently drop your chin to your chest and just take some easy neck rolls. Moving nice and slowly, as if you're moving through molasses. And if there's any areas that feel a little sticky or you just want to spend an extra moment, please do. And then gently take those circles in the opposite direction. And as we move today, know that everything I'm offering is really just an option. If it doesn't feel right for you, if it doesn't feel good in your body, feel free to modify or just skip a pose altogether. And come find neutral spine with the neck and begin to take some big rolls with your shoulders. Really trying to find that full range of motion all the way up to your ears, squeezing them together down the back. And noticing the breath. And take those circles in the opposite direction. Just breathing some movement into the joints. We're going to do quite a bit of work in our shoulders today to try to open up our chest and counteract all the hours that we're spending shrugged over our computers and our phones. So release the shoulders, allow that to relax. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs or your knees and begin to take some torso rolls and circles. Allow it to feel nice. You can make these circles as big or as small as feels good to you. Just thinking about lengthening your ribs away from your hips. And then take the circles in the other direction. And come find stillness. Inhale to sweep the arms up, look up, and exhale, pull it in through heart center. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, pull it in through heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, pull it in through heart center. Hands will plant behind us, a little bit out to the sides. Fingertips will point towards the back of the room. Open up your legs so your feet are about mat's width distance, so the outer edges of the mat, or about 2 inches wider than your hips. And begin to knock your knees from side to side. This is a nice kind of opening and massaging of the low spine and the hips. Just getting some movement, getting the juices flowing here. And the next time your knees drop over to the right, leave them there and go ahead, take a twist. So the left hand will come in front of the right thigh and knee. And each inhale, think about growing really long through the crown of the head. And with an exhale, maybe you gently twist a little bit deeper towards the back of the room. And inhale, come back through center. Let's take a few more windshield wipers with the knees. And then allow the knees to drop over to the left and take a twist to the other side. Our right hand is in front of the left thigh and knee. And inhale, come back through center. I'm just going to shift so you can see me. We're still sitting with our feet hips width distance. Our fingers are pointing towards the back of the space. Firmly press into your hands, plant the feet, and simply shift your hips forward a couple inches. You should feel a nice opening across the chest and in your shoulders and the armpits. And just breathe some space here. Kind of one of those hurts so good movements for me. It's uncomfortable, but it's for a purpose. And then gently make your way out of that. And then hug your knees and slowly roll onto your backs. Begin to cup the knees with your hands and make large circles, opening and closing the knees as if you're stirring a big pot. It feels really nice on the spine. And then take those circles in the other direction. And come to stillness. Lift your shins so they're parallel to the earth, creating a little table there with your shins. Our hands will interlace behind our head. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. You should instantly feel your belly scooping in and up as you engage the core. Option to stay and hold here, breathing here as we move through some movements. Or if you'd like to take it up a notch, with an inhale, we're going to lightly tap our heels down to the ground, and then exhale, lift them back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Just a few more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We'll do one more. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Plant both feet on the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Flex firmly through the right foot. Thread your hands behind the left thigh. Interlace your fingers and gently pull this entire shape towards your chest. You should feel a nice stretch in your outer right hip and glute. And if you're not feeling a deep enough stretch here, you can use your right elbow and press it into your right knee to press your right knee further away from you while you pull your left thigh towards you. And try to release your neck and your jaw. And then release your hands, plant the left foot, leave the right foot where it is, and just drop this whole shape to the right. And your gaze will come over your left shoulder. So our right ankle is crossed over the left knee still, but we're in a supine twist. And inhale, come back through center. Replant both legs and then bring your shins up to that tabletop position once more. Interlace your fingertips behind your head, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Again, always option to just stay here and hold as we cycle through some movements. Or if you'd like to join me, inhale to tap the heels down, exhale, lift, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. We'll do one more. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Relax your head, plant the feet, and this time we'll cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. Thread your hands behind the right thigh, and then pull this whole shape in towards your chest. Really flex through the left foot to protect your knee here. And again, if you need to press your left elbow into your left knee, please do to deepen the stretch to whatever feels good for you. And try to relax your shoulders, release some tension. Release the hands, plant the right foot on the mat, and then drop the whole shape over to the left as your gaze comes over your right shoulder. You can cactus the arm or extend it straight out from you. Inhale, come back through center. Grab behind your thighs and begin to rock and roll, massaging the spine. We're eventually going to make our way to a tabletop position. So I will leave it to you how you'd like to get there. Maybe you'll cross at the ankles and roll over, or simply roll to one side and make your way to your tabletop position. So we want to create a nice strong foundation here. Check in that your knees are directly underneath your hips. Your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. All 10 fingers are spreading wide and pressing firmly into the mat. From here, you should already start to feel your shoulders spreading across your back. With an inhale, we drop the belly, lift the heart as if we're opening up the chest. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, and your gaze is towards your navel. Inhale, drop the belly. This is our cow pose. And exhale, round the spine for angry cat. Inhale, drop the belly, open up the heart. And exhale, round the spine, turning inward. Inhale, drop the belly, opening up. And exhale, close and round. From here, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. This is our first down dog, maybe for the day. So take a few moments to pedal out the feet, swivel the hips from side to side. And don't be afraid of having a nice generous bend in the knees. I like to bend my knees a ton, really flatten my back, reaching my tailbone up towards that corner of the ceiling where the ceiling meets the wall. And then from there, maybe I start to straighten my legs, but only if I can keep the length in my spine. And inhale, come forward to a high plank. And then simply drop the knees. We're coming back into our tabletop position. Inhale the right leg long behind you. Tuck the toes. Ball of the foot will be on the earth. and gently rock forward and back, getting a nice opening in the calf. And find stillness. Our left foot will kick out about 45 degrees to create a little kickstand for support. Our right heel will spin all the way down so our entire right foot is on the mat. Our right arm peels us open towards the ceiling, coming into a supported side plank. And maybe with an inhale, you reach your right arm alongside your ear, getting a nice stretch along the entire right side body, all the way from the outer edge of the right foot through your right fingertips. And then come back to your tabletop position. Inhale for a cow pose, drop the belly. Exhale, round, come into your cat. Inhale for neutral, extend the left leg long behind you. Tuck the toes, ball of the foot is on the mat, and gently rock forward and back to open up the calf. Find stillness. Kick the right heel out about 45 degrees. Spin the left foot all the way down. And then inhale to peel the left arm towards the ceiling, opening up the chest, coming into our supported side plank. Inhale, maybe we extend the left arm alongside our ear, getting a really deep stretch in the left side body. Really bring your awareness to the outer edge of your left foot. Really try to anchor that down. And then come back to your tabletop position. Extend both legs long behind you. Come into your high plank. And either from here in one straight line or from knees, we'll lower all the way down to our stomachs. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet press firmly into the mat. Our hands are directly underneath our shoulders, elbows pointing up towards the ceiling. With an inhale, we peel the heart forward, opening up the chest. Feel your shoulders drawing down and towards each other on the back. Exhale, lower down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lifting the chest. This is baby cobra. And exhale, lower down. 1 more time. Inhale, lifting the chest. Maybe our hands come to hover on above the mat to really force the engagement in our upper back muscles. And exhale, lower all the way down. Press into your hands. Bring your seat to your heels, coming into a child's pose. You can have your knees wide or close together, whatever you prefer. And just breathe here. Know that this pose is always available to you if you ever need it throughout class. Please don't wait for me to take it out, to call it out. If you need it, take it. All right, from here, tuck your toes, lift your hips, coming back into our downward facing dog. And then slowly begin to walk your feet to meet your hands at the front of the mat. Allow your feet to be hips width distance, which is 2 fists between the feet about. Have a nice generous bend in the knees. Maybe you clasp opposite elbows as we hang out in our ragdoll. Just allowing your spine to pour over the legs. Maybe you nod the head yes, you shake it out no. Just let everything release. And release the arms towards the mat and slowly roll 1 vertebra at a time all the way up to stand. Meeting in Tadasana, mountain pose. We're rooting down through the corners of our feet, all 4 of them. Our kneecaps are pulling up. Our legs are strongly engaged. Belly draws in and up, core is engaged. Shoulders draw down and towards each other on the back, palms face forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high prayer. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, hands to shins, come to a flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way back up, high prayer. And exhale, pull it in through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the hands to shins, coming to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot steps back. Inhale, left foot meets the right. We're in a high plank. And exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your stomach. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the heart, baby cobra. And exhale, lower down, make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high, down dog split. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. If you need to help your foot along, that's totally fine. Inhale, step the left foot to meet the right. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, high prayer. And exhale, pull it in through heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back, looking out. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot steps back this time. Inhale, the right foot to meet the left, high plank. And exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward back to the high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your stomachs. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. And exhale, make your way up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, down dog split. And exhale to step the foot between the hands. Inhale, right foot meets the left. And exhale, we're back in our forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, high prayer. And exhale, pull it in through heart center. We'll do that one more time, moving a little bit faster. But again, if you need to move a little slower, take a couple extra breaths. You do what feels right for you in your body. These are our traditional sun salutations, which are an offering, really moving with one breath per movement as best we can. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high prayer, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. This time, exhale, straight down to your stomachs. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. And exhale, make your way up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifts the right leg high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Press firmly into the left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm towards the ceiling. We have an easy low lunge twist here. And exhale, replant the right hand. Inhale, step the right foot to meet the left, high plank. And either lower half or all the way down. Inhale for your upward facing dog or baby cobra. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, down dog split. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Right hand presses, left arm lifts with an inhale, coming into that twist. And exhale, replant the left hand down. Inhale, step the left foot to meet the right, high plank. And exhale, lower half or all the way down. Inhale for upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhale, make your way up and back, downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths here. And for the rest of practice, I'm going to be calling out a traditional vinyasa, which is what we just did of lowering half or all the way down, inhaling for upward facing or baby cobra, and then exhaling to downward facing dog. If that doesn't sound like you don't have to do it. You can always just cycle through a cat cow. You can hang out in a child's pose, or you can just hang out in your down dog. You do you. So inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, high prayer. And exhale, pull it in through heart center. And allow the eyes to close. Allow the breath to settle. Come back into your bodies, into this space. Notice if your mind had started to wander. And inhale, sweep the arms up, high prayer. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. And then cycle through your vinyasa, or simply meet us in a downward facing dog. So lowering half or all the way down, inhaling for your mini back bend, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high, down dog split, and then bend the knee and open up the hip. So really try to stack your hips so you're really opening to the side of the room. Take a few circles with the knee, just massaging that hip joint, and then take the circles in the other direction. And re-extend that right leg long, and exhale, step the foot between the hands. Our back knee is going to tap down, and we're going to untuck the back toes. If you have sensitive knees, you can double fold your mat, or you can grab a blanket or a towel and place it underneath your knee. When you're ready, crawl your way up onto your right thigh and press gently into the right thigh to allow the chest to open. Begin to shift your hips forward and down. You feel a nice stretch in the front left hip and hip flexor, maybe a little bit in your quads. But take a quick peek at your right knee and ankle. You want them to be stacked right on top of each other. I don't want your knee to be shooting too far in front. So either stay here or interlace your fingers behind your back and inhale to draw the fist down and away from you to help open your chest even further. Maybe our gaze lifts slightly. And unwind the hands. They'll come to frame the front foot. And if you have blocks available to you, maybe grab them now. We're going to shift our hips back as we straighten the front knee as much as we can, coming into half split. Maybe we flex the right foot. Really want to feel a nice stretch in the right hamstring here. If you don't have blocks and you need something to stabilize yourself with, you can grab a chair or scoot over to a wall for stability. And inhale, rebend the front knee. Plant your hands on either side. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Inhale, step the right foot to meet the left, and cycle through your vinyasa, or simply meet in a downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high, down dog split. Bend the knee, open up the hip. And again, take those circles with the knee, massaging out the hip. And take the circles in the other direction. And then re-extend the left leg long behind you. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Back knee taps down, untuck the back toes. Take this time to pad up as needed and set up your pose. And as you're ready, crawl your hands up onto your thigh. Gently press into the thigh to help open up the chest, nice and broad across the collarbones. And make sure your shoulders are or down the back, not creeping up into your ears. Maybe we can sink the hips a little bit more forward and down. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, pull the fist down and away from you, opening up the chest even further, maybe lifting the gaze. Release the hands, they'll come to frame the front foot. Maybe they come to blocks. And then slowly shift your hips back in space as you straighten the left knee. Maybe we flex the left foot, coming into our half split. And just breathe some space into our left hamstring. This might be very uncomfortable for some of us, because sometimes all we can do now is go for runs, or we're just a little too cooped up and more stagnant. So like getting into these muscles is quite uncomfortable. And rebend the front knee, replant the hands on either side of that left foot, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and step it back to your high plank. Cycle through your vinyasa, whatever that looks like to you, and we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Let's look forward, bend the knees with an inhale, and exhale, step your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, high prayer. And exhale, pull it in through heart center. Begin to shift the weight into your right leg and slowly peel the left foot off the mat, bringing it about so your thigh is parallel to the earth. Find your drishti or your focal point. Maybe your hands will cup the knee for added stability. Maybe they'll stay in heart center. Or if you'd like an added challenge, maybe play with extending the left leg and lifting it as high as you can. And then as you're ready, we're gonna bend the left knee, slowly tip forward, slight bend in the right knee. We're making our way back to a high lunge. We wanna move slowly and quietly, placing the left foot down behind us, and then lifting the arms. And if you find you're a little wobbly in your high lunge, you can always widen your stance. Gives you some more stability. And from here, similar to when we were lower on the mat, our right knee should be stacked directly on top of our right ankle, not too far forward. And maybe we can sink our hips a little bit deeper. Bend your right elbow, your left elbow. Allow the left fingertips to come to the nape of the neck, just where your shoulder blades meet. Your right fingers will come to the left elbow. Now pause here. With an inhale, lift your head back into your left arm. You should instantly feel a stretch in the left tricep, left arm, left armpit, really counteracting the hunching we've got going on over our phones and computers here. One more deep inhale. And exhale, gently bend over to the right, extending the stretch all the way down the left side body. And then come back through center. Hands will come down to frame the front foot, and simply step the left foot to meet the right. We're in a forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, high prayer. And exhale, pull it in through heart center. Begin to shift your weight into your left leg this time, peeling the right foot off the mat and lifting so the right thigh is about parallel. Maybe we're cupping our knee for added support. Maybe our hands are at prayer, or maybe We're playing with extending the right leg, really engaging the leg muscles here. And then as you're ready, kicking that right foot back in space with control, finding our high lunge. And taking a moment to find the pose, maybe widening the stance, maybe shortening or lengthening, whatever feels right in your body. And inhale deeply, and on your next exhale, maybe you can sink the hips a little bit lower. This time our right elbow bends, right fingertips come to the nape of the neck. Left hand comes to the right elbow. And inhale, really press your head back into the right arm, lifting the chest, getting that nice stretch. And take another deep inhale. And exhale, gently bend over towards the left. Just extending the stretch all the way down the right side body. And still think about pressing your head back into your arm, keeping your chest open. And then inhale, come back through center. Hands will frame the front foot. Right foot meets the left. We're in our forward fold. Inhale, come to a flat back. Exhale, fold. And this time, just begin to bend the knees until your seat comes to the earth. A simple transition to the ground. And then we're gonna extend our legs long. And let's bend the right knee. Bring it in towards the seat so our left leg is extended, really flexing through the toes. And our right foot is planted right directly in front of our sit bone. Inhale the left arm high. And then use the right arm as a prop, as a kickstand behind you for support. And then we begin to twist. Your left elbow can come outside of the right knee, or maybe you just want to hug the right knee as you're twisting towards the right. And inhale, come back through center. Allow the right knee to fall open. So we're in a seated tree pose here. So the right sole of the foot will press against the left inner thigh. Inhale for some lift. And exhale, fold any amount over the left leg. Trying to keep the left leg active, really flexing through the foot. And relax the head and the neck. And slowly crawl your way back up. Extend both legs long, give them a little bit of a shake. And then bend the left knee in towards the chest. Plant that left foot right in front of the left sitting bone. The right hand plants, not the right hand, the left hand plants behind us. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, twist over to the left, either connecting your elbow to the top part of your knee, or maybe just hugging that knee into your chest as you twist. And then inhale back through center, allow the left knee to fall open. Have that left sole of the foot make connection with the right inner thigh. Inhale for lift. And exhale, fold any amount over that right leg. If you have a little bend in the right knee, that's okay. It's whatever works best for your body. Inhale, slowly crawl your way back up. Bring your soles of the feet together. We're gonna do Tadasana. So we're creating a diamond shape with our legs, but we want our heels pretty far away from our seat. So we want 2 full palm prints between our seat and our heels. And from there, we can grab our shins, our ankles, or our feet. And we're just gonna roll all the way down, any amount. If you have a block and you wanna use it for support of the head, you can place it in the diamond shape and just rest your head on it. Whatever feels nice for you. Just turning inside, letting it all go. Notice if the mind starts to wander in these quieter moments. Just acknowledge the thoughts and let them continue moving by. And slowly roll your way back up. Close the knees like a book and gently roll your way onto your back, bringing your knees with you. Bring your knees in towards your armpits. We're coming into happy baby. So your hands can grab your thighs, your shins, your ankles, or the outer edges of your feet. The key here is you're trying to reach your tailbone down to the earth. You want your entire spine making connection with the ground. So if you're grabbing onto your outer edges of your feet and you feel your back rounding up, just grab a little bit lower so that your tailbone can really make connection with the ground. Maybe it feels nice to rock a little side to side. And then plant both feet on the ground, cross the right ankle over the left knee, thread your left hands behind the left thigh, and draw this shape in towards your chest. It should be familiar. We were here at the start of class. Maybe this pose feels a little different this time, and maybe not. And either way is fine. Just noticing if there's a shift in the body in any place. And then gently release both feet back onto the mat and cross the left ankle over the right knee. Draw your hands behind the right thigh and bring this whole shape in towards your chest. Again, maybe you notice a difference the second time we're taking this pose after a full 40 minutes of movement. And gently release that. Let's hug both knees into our chest. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Squeeze yourself, hug in tight like a ball. And then release. Allow everything to fall to the earth. Take up space. Allow the legs to flop open. The palms to face up. We've come into our final pose of rest, Shavasana. Allow all the effort to release. Feel the earth supporting you. And try to relax the jaw. And slowly begin to deepen your breathing, bringing awareness back into your body. And maybe begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe roll the ankles, the wrists, maybe the head from side to side. And as you're ready, reach your arms long overhead. Take a nice morning stretch. growing long from the fingers all the way down to your toes. And then bend your knees, draw the soles of the feet to the mat, and gently roll over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow. And pause here. And just let it all sink in. And as you're ready, leaving the eyes heavy, gently press your way up to a comfortable seat. Hands will come to prayer at heart center. We slightly bow our heads in gratitude for practice and for each other. Thank you all for being here today and sharing your practice with me. It is such a pleasure and a joy to be able to share this with my fellow Riversiders. With peace, love, and gratitude, namaste. Thank you all for coming. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. I'm an open book. And again, if you have any cool skills or hobbies that you'd like to share with our Riverside family, please let us know.